So what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chishy Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
My wife divorced me and then secretly recorded our conversations so she can use them against me in court. No more wasting time. Let's get it.
Woo! Y'all better watch out. Y'all better watch out. When Mad Day gets here, oh boy. So I just got out of court. I had a hearing today. It is a divorce case, and we had a temporary orders hearing today, which is an order that is put into place while the case is still pending, because sometimes a lot be going on. So I represent husband. I put husband on the stand. Everything's going good. Our goal today is to get 50-50 custody. No child support ordered. Everything was going swell.
50-50 custody, no child support order. That's good coffee.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Until wife takes the stand and plays a secretly recorded audio between her and husband having an argument at the house. And guess what my client said? F these kids. F this house. I don't care about nothing. You can have it all. He just wants his piece and his last name. So she can't have the last name, but she can have the kids. She can have the house. She can have everything else.
No.
So you can imagine my face as this gets played in court, and I just look over to my client like this.
Shit, he up badly.
And he writes to me, because my clients, I have a little notepad for them to jot down notes, and he's like, "This is illegal, object." No, it's not. So for anyone who thinks that secretly recording someone or being secretly recorded is illegal, it's not. Texas is a one-party consent state, which means all you need is one person to consent to the recording,
Wow.
to the filming, whatever, however they're doing it. And the person who's doing it is the one person who can consent. Y'all, divorce is called Mad Day. Expect the worst.
Need another sip.
Watch what you say. Watch what you say. Have a great day.
Wow, what an unfortunate turn of events in the situation. Because from the way that she started, it sounded like the guy was about to get what he wanted, which was 50-50 custody and no child support ordered. But that was until his wife recorded their conversation secretly and they were arguing, and he thought that was illegal. A lot of people really underestimate just how low people are willing to go to get what they want in very passionate divorces, messy divorces such as this. Men need to know this, especially if you're a guy who's going through a divorce right now. You need to know that your significant other, ex-significant other, may be willing to go just this low to record you in a moment where you're being emotional and you're saying things that you may not necessarily mean, right? F the kids, keep the house, and to the court, you're the man in that situation. They're looking for reasons to F you over. And some of you may be saying, my wife is not an evil person. We just didn't work out. We're going through a divorce, but she wouldn't do something like that. Maybe she wouldn't. Maybe your wife is not this type of a person, but you know who is? Her lawyer. Right? They don't give an F. They will convince your wife to do the most atrocious things that you wouldn't believe, just so she can get what she wants. And I wouldn't be surprised if his wife, ex-wife, purposefully got under his skin that day. Of course she set him up, right? Purposefully got under his skin just so he could react in this way, and she could then use that to expose him in court, in turn win the case. Which is why you just got to be careful. You can't let these women in situations where literally your life depends on it get under your skin. The only thing you should ever allow to get under your skin is the sponsor of this video, Teach Henley. Now, as usual, I'm excited to talk about Teach Henley, and you've probably heard me talk about them in the past, and I'm going to keep talking about them because I know the positive impact their product will have on your skin. Listen to me. I don't think a lot of you guys believe me when I tell you how much implementing a quality skincare product actually helps your confidence. A lot. Teej Hanley makes taking care of your skin uncomplicated. So I recommend that you start with their level 1 system, which comes with all their basics. A daily face wash, an exfoliation scrub, an AM moisturizer with SPF 20, and a PM moisturizer. And to make it even more simple for guys like us, they provide an instructional card that tells you which product to use, how much, and when. And I gotta be honest, for someone like me, the card really helped. I like that coffee. Guys, skincare wasn't something I ever took seriously. I would like break out here and there and just kind of wait for it to go away. But now I have a solution, right? And it's Teej Hanley. It's what I'm showing you guys right now. It actually works. But you don't have to just take my word for it. They have over 5,000 5-star reviews from customers all over the globe. And in addition to amazing skin, members of Teej Hanley get plenty of benefits, including 20% off the retail price, access to exclusive monthly deals, pause and cancel at any time, and free US shipping. And because Teej Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers a great deal. Just click the first link in the description and also in the pinned comment, and you would get 30% off your first box, plus a free gift. Guys, if you've been thinking about starting with Teej Hanley, now is the time. This is a great deal. Click the link and get started today.
Welcome back, everyone. It is time for part 2 of the secret recording used in a divorce case. If you are new here and you have no idea what I am talking about, please go watch part 1 and then come back and join us. For everyone else, I knew the algorithm was going to send you right on back to me. Come on back. I know what you're here for. Are you ready? As you can hear, I'm a little bit under the weather, but I'm here, you're here, so let's get started. So after part 1, it surprised me as to how many people just assumed that the wife had won. Do y'all not know who I am? Now, although I was surprised when it was played in the courtroom and very disappointed in my client, by no means was I about to let that stop me from coming to do my job. But briefly, let's put a pin right there. I do want to address something because I saw it continuously in the comments. A lot of people were asking, how were they able to surprise me with that evidence? I am very impressed as to how many people not only know about discovery, but knew that something was amiss. So for everyone who was listening closely in part 1 heard that we were at a temporary orders hearing and not trial. So discovery has not been due yet in this case. Now here in Texas, we do have something called initial disclosures. We are automatically required to turn over certain information by a certain deadline. But guess what? The hearing was before that deadline too. So basically, was I surprised when I heard that? Yeah. But so what? Because I surprised her right back. So once it was my turn to cross-examine her, it went a little bit something like this. Let's call her Banana. So Banana, you testified earlier that you're a stay-at-home mother, isn't that correct? You also testified that the only income and funds that you have access to are from your husband's job. But you left out that you have a very lucrative career, don't you? So she's sitting there looking all confused. No, I don't have a career. What are you talking about? Exhibit A. So I gathered my exhibit, I forgot what number it was, and I walked right up to her. You recognize this, don't you? And that username, you recognize that too. And this is a username to your OnlyFans account, isn't it?
Oh, Yo, I swear I thought my man was done. After that secret recording, I thought he was finished.
Put that coffee down.
I thought there was no more coffee. I thought there was no more coffee. OnlyFans? Oh, man. Okay. I see. Oh, yeah, he's got a good lawyer. Yeah, some free publicity over here for this queen out here going the extra mile to help her client out. It was not looking good for him until she fired back. Let's keep listening.
The issue isn't that she has an OnlyFans account per se. The issue is that once I told my client to go on ahead and subscribe, what we saw on her OnlyFans was the problem, and I could tell you exactly what the biggest problem was. It was a very particular picture that was on the account, and that photo was taken in the bedroom of their home. And in their bedroom, they have a nice floor-length mirror, and while she's there taking her various lovely, provocative images, use your imagination, guess who's in the background?
No.
Their child.
No.
Not only did we leave with everything we came for that day, I have way worse evidence than that, but I'll save that for trial. Which means there has to be a part 3. I am not going to leave y'all hanging. But, you know, for those who are here, Texas is an open court state, guys. It's open to the public. Come on down. Come watch all this greatness. But until then, we got a lot of great videos rolling out. I think the next video coming up is on child support. More specifically, how is child support affected once you get married? Coming right on up. Until next time, y'all. Bye.
You're telling me we have a mother who's recording OnlyFans content with her child in the background, explicit content that other perverted men, a lot of them, are going to be viewing sexually, potentially jacking off to this stuff with your child in the background?
This coffee smells like shit.
That's sick. And I could see how no recording, that specific recording, couldn't overwrite the evidence that she brought. That's horrible. Guys, I did not watch this second part before reacting to it. Leave your comments down below what you think so far. Where's your mind at? So guys, as always, of course, the internet reacted to this and had a lot to say about this specific situation. First comment here says, always assume you're being recorded when dealing with this stuff, and text messages being kept as receipts. Yeah, that's good advice. If you're in a situation like this, don't assume that you know what's going on, that you can tell you're not being recorded, or that you're in vanish mode on Instagram, right? Or whatever. You have to always assume the worst, especially when something can be used against you in court. Our next comment here comes from a woman, and it reads, I worked as an assistant in a family law firm, and it convinced me to never get legally married. Wow. Exposure to seeing just how family court works and the laws convinced this chick not to get married. And I think if more people were exposed to just what happens in family law and the laws and everything, would come to the same conclusion. Like, why would I get legally married? Why would I sign that contract? Next, we have a woman here who says, I always just feel so sad for the kids as a child of a messy divorce. She goes on to say their dad said F them. Mom's out there with OnlyFans in front of them. So sad. 3 likes. That's like a effed up situation. Even if he was just being emotional, to say that is wrong. He shouldn't have said that about his kids, because he's not dealing with the type of woman who's going to hide that from his kids. He's dealing with a modern woman, the type of woman who's going to say, hey, do you know your dad said F you? These women would do anything to paint you as the bad guy, right? If you're dealing with somebody who's willing to stoop that low. Now, of course, that's not every woman. There are men who are grateful. I've talked to a few men who are grateful that they're not dealing with the type of woman who they divorced with, who's just looking to make their life miserable. But you never know. You never know who that person becomes when their back is against the wall. Another woman here says, oh my gosh, with surprised emojis. The child was in the background. Like, how do you not double check before you post pics? Surprised emoji. Yeah, that's insane. Another comment here says, oh my gosh, need help. I have an emergency order hearing tomorrow. I didn't know we would bring evidence. Another chick here says, can you give us tips on evidence we should collect? Another thing, guys, is, again, a lot of these ideas that women get to record conversations, to say, hey, I feel afraid of my partner, so I want him outside of the house. Or he took something that you may have thought was also yours, but belongs to her, like her cell phone. Maybe you want to check something on it. She'd be like, oh, he had my property. He stole it from me and he wouldn't give it back. Things like that happen. Or he moved me over, aka pushed me, and now you're going to jail for potential AS. A lot of those ideas come from those women's lawyers, and they're gladly ready and willing to give them the most low blow advice, techniques that they can possibly use, right? Common practices, a lot of them. Next, we have a woman here who says this is gross and pretty neglectful parenting on her end, but I still would never give custody to someone who said out loud that she would take the kid. That she could take the kid, my bad. What a crazy woman to still listen to this story and say that you would still give the mother custody who's creating OnlyFans content with their kid in the background. What a crazy thing to say. The creator responded back to that and says, you got to separate words from actions. Wow. And I guess that's the difference. What's the difference between what he said and what she did? Is that he said something and she actually followed through and did something. It would be different if he said, oh yeah, she actually takes photos and sometimes the kids are in the background. They actually brought proof that she takes photos for OnlyFans, posts it online with a bunch of grown men who have potentially very perverted fantasies, and that's what obviously led to the husband win the case. Of course, I'm assuming. Listen, guys, as always, curious to know what you think. Leave your comments down below. I appreciate you for checking out another episode of The Coffee Pod. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.